If you haven't heard of Cameo, it's a website where actors, musicians, comedians, and other public figures go to create personalized videos for fans in exchange for money. Sounds simple enough, right? So for example, if I wanted to get a personalized happy birthday shout out from Caitlyn Jenner, that would cost me $2,500 for a 30-second video. I definitely don't want that. But upon scrolling the website, I found one area on Cameo that I think is really underserved and underrated, and that is YouTubers. And so I figured that today we'll be doing something crazy. I will be buying a Cameo for every single YouTuber that I know, irregardless of budget, to figure out which YouTuber has the best value on Cameo. So let's do this. All right, so here's the homepage for Cameo. So we're gonna navigate to categories, go over to creators, and then YouTubers, because that's what we're focused on today. So I'm gonna do a couple things. As you can see, we have 2,500 results. I'm gonna narrow it down to 24-hour delivery because I do not wanna film this video over like 2 weeks. So let's do that. All right, we narrowed it down 500. Now it's about 2,000. Price, yep, it's gonna go in ascending. So we wanna start with the lowest and then work our way up to the most expensive person. Hopefully I don't have to buy them. All right, so I'm just gonna start scanning, and then when somebody catches my eye who I know or I watch, I have to be like vaguely aware of them / like know something about them, so then I can have like a personalized message to some degree. So nobody up top. All right, so it looks like the first person that I know is Creekcraft, who I'm aware of. I know he's like a Roblox YouTuber. I see him streaming all the time. He's like 20,000 viewers. He's like massive. So $5 is crazy. Looks like a lot of people are doing this. Might be an inside joke with his community, and guess what? I'm gonna get in on them. Now we can ignore all these videos below. We're not gonna watch them because we're gonna wait for the video that he delivers to me. All right, so I feel like it would be fun to roast me, so I think we're gonna do like a roast video type, and let's see what he says about this. Roast, who's this video for? Myself. To Sambucha. Is this roast for a specific occasion? I'm gonna say just for fun. I want them to have as much creative liberty as possible. Like the goal is to find somebody who's like really creative over the course of 20 to 30 seconds that can make me laugh, make me excited, make me happy. What would you like him to roast me about? All right, how about we say like how bad I am at Roblox. I played once and got banned. I feel like he could work with that. What's something you want Creekcraft to know about you? I'm a fake gamer and not actually good at anything gaming related. I think that's enough for him, right? All right, so Creekcraft has received your request. The talent has 7 days. All right, so I guess I'm gonna film the second half of this video next week or something, but that's fine. We're going through for now. All right, back to the YouTubers. Let's do this. So I must say, there's not gonna be a lot of people here that I think I'll know. This is like, if you're going for $1, $5, I feel like you're not a big YouTuber, right? Creekcraft that was crazy that he was down there. And I'm really trying to be honest here. Like, I don't expect a lot of people to be on here that I know, just because like I know Cameo's like low-key last resort. Okay, so I know who Shoe Nice is because back in the day I watched Shoe Nice, I think like down, I don't know if I can say what he was drinking, but I think he drank like an entire thing of like rubbing alcohol, which don't do, that's really bad for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on him. Okay, so here's Shoe Nice. So I'm gonna also ask Shoe Nice to roast me. Gonna keep a similar theme here. So it looks like he's $8. What would be good? I'm a binge eater who eats a ton of nerd clusters and Toblerones. I've put on some pounds recently, so can you motivate me / roast me? Yeah, so that's his background, so I feel like he'll have some good advice. All right, that looks good to go. Let's buy this. And all right, 2 down and many to go. Page 3, things are kind of slow right now. I expect them to pick up once we get to around $50 or so. Who knows, maybe I'll save a lot of money on this video. Jeez, where are you guys? How expensive are the YouTubers gonna be pricing themselves that literally people I've never heard of? I'm already like a third through the list, and then none of these people like I can even buy. I can't even convince myself I know anything about any of these people. We're entering $20, so I'm feeling optimistic that we're gonna find somebody else. I've still only gotten 2 people that I'm like familiar with enough to reach out to. So all these other people, like I don't even think a single name has sparked a bulb in my head going off even 1 degree. This is just insane. Okay, here we go. I know this guy, Ricky Berwick, and I know Tayzon Day. So we have 2 wins right here. So let's do this. All right, let's get this guy to roast me. He has a 4.95 on 2,600. So let's book a personal video. $35, kind of steep for him, but it's fine. At least he's available. We like that. Literally anything you can think of. I'm pretty ugly, so that could be a good angle. Question mark? Just want them to have the floor, you know? Now we have Tayzon Day, who created Chocolate Rain. If you haven't seen that video, I mean, here's a quick little snippet now. That's history. And he has a great voice, so I'm gonna say roast for $35. Roast me. Please use that soothing voice to really get under my skin. I'm a YouTuber, so maybe about how unstable my career choice is. Could be a good thing. All right, and that's Tayzon Day. So we got 2 more down there. That's 4, bringing our total to about, I think like $90 bucks we spent. Island Boy, I don't think we're gonna do him. He's not a YouTuber. I don't think he has a YouTube presence. Doesn't qualify for this video. Who else? Oh, this was James Charles and Matt Pat combined. Doesn't that kind of look like that? I definitely skipped over some people. You guys are probably typing in the comments right now like, oh my God, I can't believe you skipped over blank. But just remember, like, I'm not a good consumer of content outside of the content that I watch. All right. We gotta get into like $50 so we can get like the real big stars of YouTube. Connor Murphy, fitness YouTuber, roast my physique. Let's ask him to roast my physique. Roast my physique. I'm 6'2", 195, and shredded. Let's see what he's gonna do with that. Things are heating up though. We're getting close to $30 now. I'm surprised I'm not seeing anybody for $30. I thought that would be like a really important price point. 30 seconds for $30? Like, you'd think more people would be hopping on that. They'd probably get a ton of sales. I think the Creekcraft method is like perfect. $5, you can just get like unlimited people donating to you just for 30 seconds of your time. Okay, Boogie, he's an OG YouTuber. He's going for $35. So we're gonna actually go and get something from Boogie. What would you want him to roast me about? Can you roast my YouTube channel just from a very quick glance? youtube.com/Sambucha. I just want to see what somebody like him, like somebody who's been in the game for a while, he sees a channel like mine. Let's see if it makes him cringe, whether he respects it. I mean, he has to roast me, so I want to see what he does. Boogie has been purchased and we are moving on. We're on page 30 now. $35. Who do we got? I think I was expecting more. That's the person who says, Daddy chill. You know that meme? I thought that was Drake for a second. We need like the full body in order to verify that. We're at $50 officially. This is where we're going to be getting a ton of people. Here we come. Come on, somebody big, somebody to shake this whole thing up. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Island Boys. Cut them a little check. Okay, so we're gonna get roasted by them. I don't know, say like, roast me for watching your content 24/7 because I'm jobless. I feel like they'll be able to lead into that a little. Moving on, the Ireland Boys. Who's that? So you have the Island Boys and the Ireland Boys. Nobody here. We're at $75 now. I think we only have a few more pages, but once we get to the top, we're gonna spend some big bucks. I think we're gonna be spending like thousands of dollars. Hopefully not. Maybe like 500 bucks. We are at $100 and I don't know any of these people. Who am I missing? I know that some of you guys on here have to be big YouTubers, just like the law of numbers. All right, the last two pages, here we go. This is where we're gonna be getting like our big dogs. Okay, Graham Stephan, who I know because he's like real estate and finance. Let's go ahead and buy a cameo from him. All right, Graham Stephan for $189. Roast me about, let's see, what would really frustrate him? I think he's a real estate guy. So let's say roast me about like buying a house at today's mortgage rate despite being $500,000 in student loan, which isn't true, but I feel like this will really set him off. And this is now the final page. So we're getting the biggest of the biggest YouTubers. And who's gonna appear? Okay, Trisha Paytas and Nikocado Avocado. We will be spending money on them. Jeez, we're gonna spend so much money. Now we got the big dogs, Trisha Paytas, who we're going to be asking for a roast from. $500. Oh my gosh, why would I ever do this? Why did I think this was a good idea for a YouTube video? $500? You're telling me I'm going to be spending $1,000 between Trisha Paytas and Nikocado Avocado? Fine. All right, she's going to have to get a lot of information here though. What would I want Trisha Paytas to roast me about? Roast me about having terrible fashion sense, parentheses, I only wear cutoff tees, and also anything else you can randomly come up with because you have a fun mind, I think is a good way to put that. Oh Lord, $586. Oh, what a waste of money. All right, and last but not least, we have book on web only. Book for birthdays, anniversaries, or even a mean roast. Okay, roast. Book a personal video. All right, we need him to roast me really badly. We want to give him the liberty to roast me as he sees fit. So let's say roast me about, I'm obsessed with Toblerones and Sour Punch straws. Roast me about how I'll never be as good and influential and rich as you are, please. And let us submit this. We're going to tally up what we spent. All right, so this brings the grand total across 10 different YouTubers on Cameo to, oh my gosh, $1,600. After all the taxes and fees and like the actual price of it, $1,600 we just spent on only 10 YouTubers. My budget originally, I know I said I had no budget, it was $1,000. We blew right past that with just 2 YouTubers. In 7 days from now, I'm going to record the next part to this video in which I review all 10 submissions. So I'll see you soon. Here's a little bit of magic so you don't have to wait long. All right, and we're back. So now it is the next week. We are about 8 days, I think, past when I first put in these requests. We have some good news, we have some bad news. Let's go through each of them. All right, so starting things off with Creekcraft, who was the first YouTuber that I reached out to on Cameo to try to roast me. He was only $5, so I thought this was a great deal. And he ended up canceling my Cameo request, which I was pretty disappointed in. I'm not sure why he did that. I paid him $5. I guess he refunded it to me, but I gave him a ton of information. So again, like a bit disappointed that he just wouldn't fulfill a pretty simple request. Not sure why. Maybe he doesn't want to be like leveraged for content, which I guess is fair, but whatever. So Creekcraft, that was an L. So moving on. Now we have Shoe Nice, and Shoe Nice has delivered to me a 39-second video. This is the first time that I'm watching these two, so hopefully I don't say anything like super out of bounds, but let's check it out. Shoe Nice, if you don't know him, he's a YouTuber that used to do like ton of like crazy food challenges.
Hey Sambucha, Shoe Nice again. I like to drink Sambucha. Either way, I'm just here to tell you to put on your game face and stop eating a ton of nerd clusters and Toblerons.
Toblerons. Okay, there we go.
Sounds like a good candy. Either way, I lost 75 pounds, so I think you can lose a couple yourself, bro. Alright? Start eating healthier. Game case,
Okay, that was pretty unsettling. I feel like the environment in the background just doesn't really feel conducive to like a Cameo. But I will say, like, he hit all the points. I had mentioned that I was trying to diet because I'm obsessed with nerd clusters and Toblerones, which he called like Toblerone or whatever he said.
Toblerons.
I'm just happy he delivered it. Like, because you'll see there's a couple disappointments here, but Shoe Nice, I mean, fairly basic roast. I don't think he went like above and beyond, but I'd give that a 5-star. I'm happy that he reached back out and did something nice. 40 seconds, I think that's what I'd expect. He was only $8, so that's good value right there. Thank you, Shoe Nice. All right, now we have Ricky Berwick, who cost me only $35, so respect to Ricky Berwick for the sub 40. I always think it's nice when people price themselves under $100 when they're popular figures like he is. 29 seconds, so excited to see what he has to say to me. I don't know how much I gave him, but let's see what he does with the limited information I asked him.
Sambucha, what's going on?
Close enough, okay.
Hey, hope you're having a good day, you piece of shit.
Thank you.
You're pretty ugly, by the way. Huh?
What?
Huh? You don't look good in any angle, Sambucha, alright?
What the?
Get pretty. What the you virgin.
Oh my gosh.
Love you though. But man, you're ugly.
I'm getting mixed signals from everybody. You love me, but I'm ugly, but I'm beat, but I'm poor, and I'm getting so many mixed signals. I think I'm gonna have to take a real glance at my inner self after this. Ricky Berwick, face in the mirror, is calling me ugly. I don't know where do I go from here? Good roast though, happy that he delivered it also pretty quickly, so good on Ricky Berwick, $35, I'd highly recommend, so 5 stars, shout out to Ricky, cool. Okay, here we have Tayzon Day, the creator of Chocolate Rain, YouTube legend, and it looks like he delivered to me the longest video yet at 1 minute and 14. And how much did he cost me? He was $35, so middle of the road. I don't think super expensive. I'm glad he gave me over 1 minute. I just want to hear his luscious voice, so let's hear him roast me right now. I forgot what I said. I forgot. Let's see what he does.
Sambucha, this is disgusting.
I love your voice.
Outrageous. I will no longer tolerate your lack of snapback selection. That's right. Of all the snapbacks that are out there
how does
that
he
you
know?
Could wear, you have never tried the kind of looks like a loaf of bread snapback. You could wear the flower, almost sort of a hippie snapback.
Okay.
You could wear the silver snapback. You could wear the going out to a club.
Oh my gosh, how many snapbacks does he have?
You could wear the franchise snapback. I have so many snapbacks, I'm dropping them. You could wear the don't get hit by a car at night reflective snapback. And yet, you do not find it in your heart. You do not find the compassion to have tolerance to invite these fine wardrobe items into your closet, onto your head, and into your life. And I'm just not going to take it anymore. This is absolutely disappointing. You need to be more tolerant of snapback colors.
Okay. First of all, the voice, A+, 5 stars, amazing. The tangent about snapback hats, I mean, I'm glad that he took something and ran with it. It's nice that he had some material to work with. I don't know if he looked up that I was wearing hats, or I don't know, maybe I wrote like something specific about that. But, I'm super happy with Tayzon Day. I think that was as good as it could have been. So thank you, Tayzon Day, for roasting me. If you happen to see this, thumbs up to you. You're great. I love you. Thank you so much for the cameo. All right, that was cool. And pretty reasonable as well. Like $35 for a legend. I love it. All right, so now we have Connor Murphy, who's like shirtless, which is a little bit uncomfortable, but I guess like what do you expect from a fitness influencer? And he was $30, and he ended up fulfilling my request pretty quickly, so I'm happy with Connor Murphy's turnaround, but let's see what he has to say.
Hey there, Sambucha. So I had a look at your physique, and I almost vomited.
What?
Your physique is as disproportionate as me swinging this tiny little golf club.
How did you get a picture
It's as
of me?
asymmetric as a Picasso painting. Who designed your workout program, Popeye? Maybe you should lay off the spinach and actually eat some protein, you scrawny little... Now get off the internet and go hit the gym.
That was an absolute takedown. I didn't ask him to do that. He just roasted my physique. I guess maybe he looked me up and now he's just saying that I'm just not shredded. Oh my gosh, what a good roast. I think that was probably the best I could have asked for. $30, Connor Murphy got straight to the point, looked me in my eyes and said that I have an asymmetrical physique. I don't know what it is. Maybe like I have different sized arms, which is just, you know, abnormalities. That's normal, isn't it? Okay, I think Connor Murphy actually gets a 5. I'm gonna go retract my 5 to Shoe Nice and turn it into a 4, and Connor Murphy is now the gold standard for reviews. Great, that was wonderful. Thank you, Connor Murphy. Okay, so somebody who I was super disappointed in was Boogie2988, who I had put in a request 7 days ago. So I was promised a 7-day time window with ideally 24-hour fast delivery. I don't know if that's like standard. Most people did. He just didn't deliver it to me. So I still have the request out. It's been over the allotted time, so I think Cameo is gonna like refund me. But you would think like somebody who's just like super upset about their finances would be like grabbing a quick $40 for like a 10-second video. But no, I guess some people, they don't want to work. So I didn't get anything from Boogie, which was disappointing. $40 and nothing. So thanks, Boogie, for nothing. All right, now we have the Island Boys. It looks like we got one of them. I don't think we got both. The Island Boys cost me $76. They delivered, fun fact, I think they were the fastest to deliver, which I think is super great. I mean, you could knock them all you want about, you know, certain things, but they work hard. They're grinding because they delivered this, I think, within like an hour. So really cool on them for the quick delivery. It's only 22 seconds, but let's see what they have to say to me. I don't even know what I asked them to roast me for.
Hey, you jobless piece of shit. Why don't you get your out the couch or the bed and stop watching my content 24/7 because they ain't getting you no paper. Get your up and get some real money and hustle, lazy
Holy.
bum, jobless mother. I'm just kidding, you're an island girl. Love you. Island boy, island girl. Whatever you are.
I don't know how to respond to that. I feel like that's probably the meanest anybody's ever spoken to me, and I knew that it was coming. That's weird. I don't know. I don't have like a reaction to that. It just feels like I have to get up and do something. I should be getting up and doing something with my life. I mean, I think the Island Boys is completely correct here. I think it was solid. Like, I have that now forever. I could download that video, and like I can even make it the background on my phone. So it's like if I have to go to the gym, I just say, get up off your lazy and good look. I think Island Boys, that is also a 5-star roast. For sub $100, it's a relic that I'll have forever. So I might pass this on to my kids to motivate them to like go to the gym or something. Between this and Connor Murphy, things are looking good. I'm now going to eat my protein and I'm going to get up out of bed. So great. All right, so this is for Graham Stephan now, the finance YouTuber. He was $220, which is pretty fat, but I'm happy to report that he delivered to me a 3-minute video, which I'm obviously super happy about because I paid $220. So I'd hope that he gives me something over 2 minutes. So he gave me like a short video. Like this like high key can be used. I mean, he should have just uploaded this. He also sent me like a message as a follow-up, basically like asking for more information. So he seems super genuine. I'm excited to listen to this. The background on this is I asked him to basically roast my financial position. I said I had like $500,000 in student debt, and he's a real estate guy. So I said I was going to buy a home in this mortgage interest rate environment, which is terrible. It's like 8.2 right now for like interest rates. So it just set a fume off in him, and I think that's going to be good. So let's see.
So this is a fun request. I like this one. You're buying a house.
Nice.
Today's interest rates probably paying 6% on the low end, 7.5% on the high end. Well, you're in $500,000 of student loan debt. So one, I really hope that your student loan debt is to be like a doctor or something like that. Like you better have insane earnings potential.
Of course.
So that like, you know, in the future, you'd be making like $700,000 a year, like minimum. You got to be making like $350,000 to $500,000 a year.
Of course.
If you went to school for basket weaving, you got $500,000 in student loan debt because you went to like a private university, you got an MBA in something you're never going to use, and you lift it up.
Feels personal.
That's bad. Well, especially buying a house in addition to doing that. Buying a house at today's interest rates, it really depends. It's my honest response. In most cases, unless you're planning to live there for the next like 10, 15 years, which I I think $500,000 of student loan debt. My guess, I really hope you're becoming a doctor, in which case your income's going to skyrocket.
Not a doctor.
Probably the house you buy anyway is really going to be the same place you're going to live in for the next like 15 years. If you plan to move in the next few years, I think buying a house at today's interest rates is silly because it's cheaper to rent. Like when you look at the data and you say, how much am I paying for a house today?
Wow, this is
Plus
a lecture.
Property taxes, plus insurance, plus repairs, plus maintenance, plus closing costs, plus, selling costs if you eventually want to sell something. You're going to be looking at a loss compared to what you could spend right now with renting a place. So, like most cases, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I agree with that
But
completely.
then to do that, at the high interest rates while also paying student loan debt, I don't know. I think it's silly. And then on top of that, you decide to go and want to do a cameo and pay even more money, which, like, I can't fault that. I would support me on Cameo too.
Torn
but
apart.
to make all these decisions at once, like, just pick one. Student loan debt, check. Okay, fine. Buying a house, okay, fine. Check that. Doing a Cameo, okay, we'll let that slide. I think all three at the same time is bad. So I'm going to turn on free messaging for you. I want you to tell me what the student loan debt is for. I really hope. I bet you're going to be a surgeon or something, or like a brain surgeon, a heart surgeon, something like that. Maybe getting into like plastics or something like that. Make a ton of money.
Oh my gosh, he really cares about me. This is so nice to see.
I don't know if this is what you want me to roast you for. Like, I don't know if I'm going heavy enough, but yeah, man, good luck to you. Wishing you all the best, and don't do that again. The cameos are fine.
Wow. Oh my gosh. He like fully just went into a full financial breakdown of my supposed financial position. Okay. I think I'm going to feel really bad if I message him back and tell him that I was joking and I just wanted to get a rise out of him. That was probably the best yet. I mean, this is like, it wasn't a roast. I feel like he was trying to be my financial advisor there, which I guess that's kind of coded within him at this point. So thank you, Graham, for a very, I mean, that was insightful. Thank you for providing that. All right. So moving on to the last two, the big dogs, who are $586 each. We have Nikocado Avocado, who I am, a little disappointed to say has also ignored the request. It has been 7 days. He also had on 24 hours and neither of those were met. It is now day 8 and we have gotten nothing from him, which I was actually looking forward to seeing because I thought that his would be a nice fun one. But Nikocado Avocado gave me absolutely nothing. I paid him $586. Big L. Hopefully Cameo refunds me. Otherwise, that would be a pretty massive L. Which leaves us with the final person, the most expensive, also sitting at $586, and that is Trisha Paytas, which I'm really excited about. I'm hoping it's like over 30 seconds. It's a minute and 1 second. Okay, great. I think that that's decent value to get Trisha Paytas to roast you for $600 for a minute. So let's see what she has for me.
Sambucha.
Nice, she got it. She's the first person to pronounce it correctly.
I really have bad fashion sense, okay? Like those cut-off tees. Is this the 90s?
Oh, I think she's actually looked me up. This is embarrassing.
Sambucha. Fashion sense, zero bucha. Okay? Spend some mucha and get a stylist, babes, okay?
That feels personal.
Cut off tees you can't wear to a job interview, okay? You can't even wear, I guess, to be an influencer. Maybe you could be a cut off tee influencer. Okay, Sambucha?
Okay, that's a bad. I don't.
Hope that was
Uncomfortable
good.
how she says the name. Oh, that was good. Very, very honest.
I don't know how
This
else
is
to
good.
roast you for terrible fashion sense because I also have terrible fashion sense, but I love you. All jokes. I love cut off tees, by the way, but you rock them really great. Okay, bye, Sambucha. I love the name. That's your real name. It's amazing.
Wow, she said I rock the cutoff tees. I feel like that was a nice little compliment at the end there. That was very sweet. You know, very sweet. I like that I saw like her true personality come out like after 40 seconds. You could tell she really tried to roast. It just wasn't in her DNA. So I guess she's just genuinely like a kind person. Because if you're nasty, it's pretty easy to rip off some insults. Granted, I gave her some pretty limited things to work off of, but I'm happy with that. That was, I think, as good as it could have gone. And I'm glad that she responded to me in a pretty timely manner as well. $600 well spent. You know, if you got $600 lying around and you're looking to get roasted, I think she's a fairly good person to throw it to. All right, so we reached out to 10 creators. Only 7 of them answered. We did not get a response from Creekcraft, who canceled, and then Nikocado Avocado didn't fulfill, and neither did Boogie. But everybody else seemed to be pretty solid. I was pretty happy with what I got out of it. So pleasant experience getting roasted by YouTubers. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here, click here. Otherwise, subscribe and I will see you next time. Peace.